If you are here, you are probably just like me a few months ago and you are hoping to start your small art business on Etsy, or maybe you're in the same shoes I am right now and you just launched a few months ago and you're looking at your stats kind of wondering, are these normal? How many views should I be getting? I don't know what I'm doing. If so, that's relatable because I feel all of that, and that is exactly why I'm making these videos. I decided that I wanted to document my entire first year on Etsy and sharing behind the scenes just like this. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Haley and I run HappyTypeStudio. I currently sell printable wall art as digital downloads, and this past month I actually also launched printable calendars, which was super exciting. And I also work as a freelance graphic designer and I have a part-time job, so I know what it's like to be chasing those dreams in between being super busy and having a lot of commitments. But 2025 was the year I decided I wanted to finally do the thing that I have always been dreaming about doing. So here we are, we're doing it. And without further ado, let's see how my second month went. Let's look at those stats. Alright, so here we are. This is my Etsy shop. I just wanted to show it to you guys in case you're new or you haven't seen it. But these are the types of things that I currently have on my shop. Like I said, I sell digital download art. And this month I actually just launched these printable calendars. If you're interested in seeing the behind the scenes of what that was like, I made a whole video about it. But that's not why you're here. You didn't come here to see me showing off my store. You came here for the stats. So here we go. I have a custom date range because I'm doing the second month from my launch. After this month, I think I'm just gonna do like a standard month to month, so September's video will be more normal. But for now, I'm just doing my basically second 30 days on Etsy. So that's why you'll see this custom date range here. I had 103 visits to my shop this month, and I only had one order, but that one order did purchase 2 items, so my revenue was $17.90. I always like looking at this bar graph or line graph here. Seeing the amount of visits each day is kind of silly to me. I had a few days where I had 0 visits, and that's a bit of a bummer, as well as a lot of 1 visit days, but it is really interesting that I am getting pretty regular traffic. And if I go down to this section here where it says how shoppers found you, I actually brought in 50% of my visits through social media and direct traffic, so links that I've shared. But Etsy brought in 50% of the visits. I like that it's kind of an even split, that I'm bringing a lot of traffic to my Etsy shop, but then I'm getting a lot of traffic through Etsy itself, because that's the whole reason why I chose Etsy to begin with, is that it would give me traffic. So I really enjoy seeing this here, and I do regularly check at, what are people searching, what listings are getting these views in the How Shoppers Find You section, and keeping that in mind, kind of planning ahead for the different things that I want to add to my shop. But I also want to show you here under monthly statement. This is kind of a more in-depth breakdown of the revenue, the sales, the fees, the net profits. So I don't think a lot of people show this, which is why I really like to include it in my videos, because frankly, it is really interesting and people talk a lot about the Etsy fees. So this page is kind of what shows that. So like I said, my sales was $17.90, and I had $3.95 in fees. So that includes listing fees, transaction fees, processing fees, etc., which means my net profit for this month is $13.95, which is actually up from my first month, because my first month I had a lot more fees because I listed a lot more items. So even though my sales are down this month, my profit is up. So you win some, you lose some, So what advice would I give to somebody in their first few months on Etsy based off my experience on 2 months of running my Etsy shop? I just want to say that this part is the hardest part. when you're in the beginning, you are laying the foundation. You're not going to see a lot of views right away. You're not going to see a lot of sales right away. I know that, and yet it still sucks saying I only got one sale this month and feeling like, am I doing something wrong? Is there more I could be doing? Are my listings not good enough? Which is an experience that a lot of small business owners relate to and a lot of people on Etsy relate to, which is why I'm doing these videos, and I want to give you guys a realistic expectation of what it will look like in your first few months. This is totally normal. Lots of people go through this. So don't feel like you need to get too down. Just keep doing the work, keep laying that foundation, and it's gonna pay off eventually. I just want to remind myself that I won't get anywhere if I'm not trying. And it may feel like I'm not getting anywhere right now, but I am making progress because I'm still trying, I am still putting in the work, and even though I'm not seeing any sales really at this point, it's still worth it to keep going and to keep trying, because eventually it will pay off, and you won't get anywhere if you don't lay that foundation first. And that is kind of where I'm at. That is what I'm reminding myself, and also just remembering that I have all these ideas and I'm so proud of these ideas. I love them so much, and they deserve to exist. They deserve to have the work put in. I'm so proud of the things that I'm making, and for me right now, that's enough. And if this goes nowhere for the next 8 months and I'm still seeing basically nothing after a year, maybe I'll reassess. But for now, I feel like I'm very normal. I'm just 2 months into this. It's not you can't have crazy expectations when you're just 2 months in. So that is where I'm at. Next up, I wanted to talk about some goals, because last month I set some goals for myself. If you watch my last video where I talk about my first 30 days on Etsy, I set myself 4 goals. The first was to add more digital download art on a weekly basis. I didn't succeed at the weekly part, but I did add more digital download art. So I'm gonna mark that as a success. The second goal that I set was to sell different types of digital download art, and I did launch printable calendars this month. I haven't sold any yet, but I'm really proud of the designs that I made, and I have even more designs that I want to launch closer to the beginning of 2026. So I'm going to count that one as a success as well. My third goal was actually one that I forgot about. I wanted to launch wall gallery collections because I sell digital download art, and a lot of other shops that sell that type of art, they offer it in wall gallery bundles. And I forgot about this goal. I'm gonna be so honest, I just forgot. So we failed on that one. And the fourth goal that I set was my sales goal. I wanted to make 5 sales this month. Definitely didn't achieve that. Technically I only had 1 order, but it was 2 sales because it was 2 products. So I'm counting that as 2 out of 5. So not a complete fail, definitely not a success. Looking ahead, I do want to be a little more strategic about how I'm setting my goals. So what I did was I actually wrote a business outline for the rest of 2025. So for the next 4 months, I have everything outlined of the products I want to launch, the discounts and promos that I want to run, and the goals that I want to achieve. So what does that look like in a little more detail, and what are my goals for next month? First up, I want to increase my orders each month. So technically for September, I'm saying I want to get 3 sales. I only made 1 sale this month, and technically an increase would be 4 because my personal best is 3 from my first month, but that was kind of the first month hype. So I feel like 3 is a reasonable goal for my next month. Second is I want to add more variety of products each month. So I have planned out the new types of products that I want to add each month, and I'm really excited about the ones that I'm going to add for September. You guys can be the first to know that I'm going to be adding small art prints and bookmarks. I'm so excited. So stay tuned for that because I'm gonna be making a huge video about the behind the scenes of doing a very big shop update, and that'll be coming very soon. But yeah, my goals. Next up, I want to continue to refine my existing products. This one I probably won't even really mention much in my videos. I will try to, but it's kind of just things that I work on in the back end. I have an idea, I'm looking at my listings and I'm like, I should update that photo, or I should change that, or I should go through and I should refine the, product tags and things like that. It's something that I did a little bit in August, and for some of the products that I did it for, I did see an improvement. So I want to go through and look at my lower performing listings and do a little more back end on them, and just overall keep that as a goal of always refining my existing products and not just focusing on the new launches. The fourth thing is that I want to run strategic promos and discounts. So they kind of fall into one of three categories for me. The first is going to be holiday sales, because I'm thinking ahead through like October, November, December, so holiday was on my mind. But the other two categories are new product launch sales. So when I launch new products, I want to offer a sale window. If people want to buy them within the first week, I want to give them a promo for that. And then the other idea that I had was to run a different monthly digital art sale. So I actually already started this in the month of August. I chose the Coastal collection. Obviously, as a Swiftie, the month of August always brings about ideas of salt air and living for the hope of it all. So I had to do my Coastal collection as this month promo. And if you guys are interested in any of those listings, that sale is going to be ending soon. So take advantage of it while it's still there. But I have chosen different digital art collections that I want to target for September, October, November, and December. And I can let you guys know for September, it's going to be the Auras collection. So I am really excited about that, and I also have a little bit of an update for the Auras coming soon, so keep an eye out for that too. And basically that brings me to the end of my goals and what I'm looking forward to. I have a lot of really exciting plans. I feel a whole lot better now that I have this business outlined, and it gives me something to aim for the next 4 months, and basically will get me to the 6-month mark for my Etsy shop. And then I will be planning for a whole new year in 2026, which is crazy to think about. But I'm really excited about all of it, and I hope you guys are too. If you've made it to the end of the video, you are a real one. Thank you so much for watching. It would mean the world to me if you can give this video a like, because YouTube really likes it when viewers like the videos. And comment what you are excited about. If you are a small business owner too, where are you at in your journey? And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Haley from the future here, and I just wanted to say I recorded this video a few days early. I thought about waiting until the end of August to record it, and frankly, I haven't made many sales this month. The one sale that I talked about, it was from a friend, and I love them so much, and I love that they're supporting my store, but I was like, man, I've just made the one sale this month, and I'm not gonna make any more, so who cares if I record this a few days early? What the hell, because I'm not gonna make any more sales. And then I made a sale today. I just recorded that video yesterday, and I made a sale today. I can't believe it. It feels like the sign that I needed to keep going, and that it's worth it, the work that I'm putting in. And I just had to throw that in at the end of this video as a little bit of a bonus. If you are in the same boat as me and you are in the very early stages of your shop, keep going. I promise it's worth it.